A few weeks ago I was hired to create an aftermovie for a huge music festival here in my hometown. This has been definitely my biggest project yet and I was really excited about it. Especially since I never shot and edited an aftermovie for something like this before and I just wanted to make this really good. By the way, if you're new to the channel, my name is Tom Streller. I'm a filmmaker and on this channel I cover everything filmmaking related. So if you're into this, make sure to subscribe to not miss any upcoming videos. I guarantee you won't regret it. So for the aftermovie, I defined some basics I wanted to focus on to make this video really stand out. And after the client was really happy with the final product, I realized that those were rules you can apply to any kind of video to make it the best possible. And here's what I came up with. The first thing you should keep in mind, and probably the most important, is to tell a story. Whatever video you are shooting and editing, you don't want it to be a random collection of scenes. And even though often you don't have a proper narrative for a project, you will always find some kind of structure you can apply to your edit to get the viewers more engaged and increase the impact of the video. The easiest way to do this is to build up the tension throughout your edit to some kind of final. And this can be done either through the shots themselves or through the editing getting more intense. But definitely give your video some kind of structure. What's also really important is to show emotions. People emphasize with other people, that is no secret. So whatever you are filming, always try to show as many people and their emotions and reactions as possible. Get close to the people and even let them smile into the camera. This easily lets the viewer feel what the person in the scene was feeling, and this really increases the impact of your shots. But don't just focus on people and faces. Try to diversify your shots as much as possible. Try out a different focal length, different frame rates, or if you can't do any of this with your setup, just switch your position or view from time to time to give the viewer a really widespread impression of what was happening. Diversifying your shots helps a lot to highlight several scenes and situations in the video. And this gives your video more variety, which in the end will make your video more interesting. Also, try to edit to the beat. Almost every project I ever did had some music in it. And it's no secret that you can really increase the impact the video will have by editing to the beat. Even though you don't have to do this throughout the whole edit, it definitely helps to place a few cuts on actual hits in your music. And this technique you can use in different ways. For instance, by placing cuts on the first and third beat, you can give your edit an upbeat vibe. Whereas using the second and fourth, which are usually the snare hits, you can increase the tension and make your edit feel way more dramatic. So definitely play around with this. And last but not least, something you should keep in mind for every video you'll ever make. Keep it short. You will almost always find yourself with a huge amount of footage when you start editing a project. And personally, I often find myself making the first cut way too long. So it's really important to keep in mind that you try to keep your edit as short as you can. Even though you might think that all of those shots are really great and they have to be in the final edit, they don't. You have to realize that you got a different connection to your footage than other people. And they don't want to see 10 minutes of essentially the same thing over and over again just because it's shot from different angles. So make a selection of shots you definitely want to have in the final edit. And then make another selection from that selection of really the best shots. So guys, these are my 5 basic rules to easily make a video better. Try out some of these and let me know what you do to make your videos stand out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel to see more filmmaking related videos like this one. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.